Hey, what's up? So I'm trying something new. I play a lot of chess, and I thought I find myself making these like really lazy moves, and I think having myself be forced to kind of explain what I'm doing to my, I guess these videos are for myself. Maybe they'd be useful to somebody else if they're watching along and you know wanna listen through. A very transparent thought process. But yeah, I'm just gonna go through 10-minute games and see what it's like. So yeah, my rating's a bit poor right now. I play this G6, Knight F6. It's called the Norwegian Rat. Okay, Knight D2. I almost never get that, but I can transpose. Take. Huh, he doesn't take. All right. I don't see why I wouldn't just do this then. Okay. So I need to play against the pawn chain. Usually the way to do that, c5, knight c6. I don't think I'm doing very well here. Alright, so my bishop is getting stuck, so I think I'm going to get it out, trade it for the queen, for the knight. Play e6 and kind of consolidate. Okay, now I actually have a threat. Man, I'm gonna... These sounds from the pieces are hurting my ears, so... I don't know how they're on the recording. I'll fix it for next time, but... Um, okay. Ooh. Now e6 takes and attacking the queen. I don't think it makes much sense. The thing, e6, you don't usually want to do e6 g6. Like, I think it's better to have d6 g6 because you go e6, you leave these two, but really weak, rather. But yeah, I mean, I think it makes sense here. Just consolidating the pawn on d5. So I could do that. He's obviously prepping something like this. So but I do that, then my bishop is never doing anything, right? Yeah, I'm still playing against all of this. You can never take because I have this. Here he goes here. Yeah, I guess it could be 6. So what's my next move? What's my next move? Queen f5. No, queen f5 seems dumb. I think I'm gonna go queen e7. Queen e7, queen d7. Queen e7, you have more vision, but you also have less options for the knight and potential to get, a bishop there irritating you, getting a tempo off as you try to do this kind of maneuver. That's something, of course, but I'm not very worried. I think this is always good for me because never take, so I keep the play on this side. Yeah, rook c8. I'm liking my chances here. Now is when I could consider this, and I start pushing really aggressively here. Obviously, he realizes I'm far outgunning him on the queen side, so he's gonna do something on the king side. Should I be worried? Yeah, probably. Uh, Not immediately. I'm gonna try this plan. Yeah, yeah, makes sense what he's doing. Let's go there. Ooh, okay. I don't know if that makes much sense to him. So obviously, bishop h8. Um, hmm, I'm gonna try this because I do want I would do want it on this file. But of course I can't let the queen. Well, I guess he has queen f6. It's not immediately a problem, but it could become one. No, I think there's actually nothing there, is the funny thing. So if he goes queen f6, I just go like rook B8. Yeah, there's nothing there. I think he realizes this. I'm gonna go here. I'm happy with the trade. By the way, is this usually before the games? I like to see when they joined. If it's very recent, they're likely a cheater. That's the kind of way you tell. That's how you do it. Okay. Looking for this. Never really has like a B3 kind of move. I mean, he could play it, of course, but like as in to protect this pawn. So it's eternally somewhat weak. I have ideas like this. You know, it's a very, very balanced. I've always got to keep some guys looking after the king. So that seemed logical to me. Yeah, especially preventing something like a4, which, you know, now I have en passant, but yeah, I don't think that's a great move. Because I get this. I can reinforce that rook as much as I want. I can take that pawn now. I think I very well might. Indeed I will. I can go there, but always remember that this is a weakness. Ah, clever. This I did not consider. This I did not consider, but I think I have this here. Because then he can go queen f3. Yeah, but you're not doing there anything there, my friend. Absolutamente nada. Um, like this, you know, maybe we get this, but in reality, probably just push. I'm very curious. Oh, I guess, maybe there, yeah? He's thinking about. Whenever he moves a bishop, I will immediately move my king there. Is he looking for some sort of draw? That would be funny, yeah? No, I don't think he has it. So I think here into... I don't think this move is necessary, by the way, but it makes me more comfortable that I always have an option to go queen of 8. Yeah, so I take, I can't take. If I go queen of 8, I get that, of course. So this looks like the move. I guess you can try to draw. That's funny. Is it just a draw? So the ballsy thing here would be to sack your queen. Or the rook. But why would I do that? So I could take, take, and then what? The idea is I have a lot of pressure on the c file. I don't think it works. Okay, go here. I have nothing really. It's a nice trick. I never thought about taking that there. I guess I could take the draw. I have some time though. As you get lower in time, these guys stop thinking about the draw and start getting greedy as well. All right. Push. No. I'll take the draw. I don't know, something like that. Push. No, but even something like this is scary, right? You know, what am I here for? I don't take draws. Okay, expected that. Now his queen's further. I think that's actually a mistake. He has to spend a couple tempo to get back. If this works out, it will be one of the greatest moves I have made in some time. Problem is, it's unlikely to work out. If I go there, if I do nothing, he takes. So I have to take somehow. I think I have to take this way. Yeah, I think I have no choice. Because e6 is otherwise too scary. And now, of course, allowing all kinds of tricks like this, especially which cover that, which is, unfortunate, but I don't think I ever have time to take a pawn like this, although it is tempting, because then you would get a potential winning condition. Obviously, this is something you have to think about. Yeah. Yeah, this is also just possibly a draw. See what he wants to do. That could work actually. No, but I push. He doesn't have the time. He doesn't have the time to go into this because the queen always comes to check. Of course, I'm very thankful. One of the only reasons I went into this line is because he never has a rook left. Does he want to make this draw? Wow. Wow. He does. Incredible. No, I don't think he's going to make it, especially with my time. That gives me chances. He did. That's disappointing. Let's see the game review. Hmm. Yeah, it's a bit off the screen, but accuracy 85. Uh, some best moves. I wouldn't pay too much attention to that. I think the important part is just how it goes generally. So yeah, I've never seen this move. I think it's dumb. I mean, the best move is this, and then you get this, which is a very fun line to play as black. Queen takes e4 often happens, and you go here. You have ideas like that. You have ideas like this, attacking both of these. Um, yeah, like 92 is maybe not the easiest thing to find, but it's not impossible at all, especially this level. But you know, you're full of it's a lot better than it looks. And yeah, I could play perk. I guess this does transpose me to a better perk, so I should have thought about that maybe. But you know what usually happens if not e5, you get knight e3, d5, e5, and you get this type of thing. You know, go here. Bishop c4 is maybe not a. Yeah, I guess it often happens, but bishop g7, c5, um, and this could pawn's kind of weak, and it's actually a lot harder to win this pawn without compromising the center than it looks. Like as you can see, the eval is not that bad. So I tried to transpose into that. We did transpose, but for some reason he didn't take. So I don't know why. Bishop g7. Yep, good. c5, good. Bishop g4, yeah, that's a good decision before e6, because then I guess the other way to get it out would be this, but I I just don't. I don't want to spend that many tempo. Knight e6, good. E6, good. Queen b6 instead. I don't really like that, to be honest, at all. Queen e7, should have taken. Why? Takes. f6. Yeah, I can see this. Queen's kind of threatened there. Ooh, take with the rook instead. The queen? Okay, because that's always weak. If you trade, you accept almost that you're losing a pawn. Because what? You have this kind of endgame, and yeah, my pawns here are very good. Ah, knight e2. Uh, hmm. But why is this better? Wow. Ah, because you get the passers. Okay, so you manipulated the structure into giving yourself the passers. That's quite a cool idea. Okay. Anyway, yeah, f6. So keep that in mind. These kind of structures. Queen there. Yep. I don't know. I was kind of happy with. Huh. Okay, I guess this is again because it's telling. Okay. Because a lot of the time in the ELO you make the same mistake many times. Queen there. So I wonder what was it drawn, what wasn't. I'm winning here. So what's the winning? Totally winning. Best move. When did I screw it up? Here I think I had to maybe go back. I had to prevent this in the first place, so I should have gone queen e8 immediately. Oh, but this is still winning. I still have the time to go queen e8. How do you do it? Wow. I should have definitely seen that. I should for sure. Okay, yeah, not that, but I should have seen that. Okay. This move would suggest. And here it's always the same. It's always the same. Okay. Wow, but okay, but I'm very happy I now analyze that this is still winning. The queen sacrifice for just a bishop. Uh, but yes, if I was intelligent, I wouldn't have taken. I would have just pushed. Okay, nice. And here, yeah, this move, I think this is actually just lost. Yeah, e6 is just way too dangerous. Takes and yeah, this is actually best move. If I go here, I lose because this is just too much. Then you lose the rook. Yeah, so this is quite a. I missed an opportunity not seeing f5, but it's kind of a cool draw nonetheless. Um, Thankfully, I didn't lose more rating. Been quite a fall to go from 2200 to almost 2100, but I'll try to get back and get some more ELO. And in the future, I'm definitely gonna try to play my first FIDE tournaments and just see how well I can do. And in the meantime, I'll keep keep making maybe a video a day, something like that. And yeah, well, thanks for listening to the rambling. Have a nice day.